Hey guys, welcome to the Daily Bible Study, a plain and simple, book by book, chapter by chapter, and verse by verse study through the entire Bible. Currently, we are in Proverbs, the spoken word of pearls, spoken pearls of wisdom. Okay, I think I butchered my own statement, but we are in Proverbs chapter 7. So let's get into it. Proverbs chapter 7. Uh, Now, chapters really 7, 8, and 9, he's going to spin, again, ample instructions against falling for the adultery trap, falling into adultery. And I say that because you can see how important this is, that he is spending this much time on this issue of adultery. Verse 7 says, "My son, keep my words and treasure up my commandments with you, and keep my commandments and live. Keep my teachings as the apple of your eye. Bind them on your fingers, write them on the tablets of your heart. Say to wisdom, you are my sister, and call insight your intimate friend, to keep you from the forbidden woman, from the adulteress with their smooth words." So again, he's constantly warning men, stay away from those. I think there was a hip hop song said that girl is poison, right? Poison, poison. Oh, I'm not going to sing because I can't sing. Verse 6 says, "For at the window of my house I have looked through my lattice, and I have seen among the simple, I perceived among the youth, a young man lacking sense, passing along the street near her corner, taking the road to her house, in the twilight, in the evening, at the time of the night darkness." Now, what is the lacking of sense? He's going to the way of destruction. As I said before, the idea that you're tempted, the idea that there is, a beautiful woman is a lustful thing to behold, but don't go her way. Don't go her way. Verse 10. "And behold, the woman meets him, dressed as a prostitute, wildly at heart. She is loud and wayward." That's what we call loud women. And you see that sometimes with women. And people. They have no discretion. They have no wisdom. They have no sense. Loud and wayward. "Her feet do not stay at home. Now in the street, now in the street, now in the market, and at every corner she lies in wait." That's why we call them streetwalkers, right? 13. "She seizes him and kisses him. And with a bold face she says to him, I had to offer sacrifice. And today I have paid my vows. So now I have come out to meet you, to seek you eagerly. And I have found you. I have spread my couch with coverings, colored linens from Egyptian linen. I have perfumed my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon. Come, let us take our fill of love till the morning. Let us delight ourselves with love. For my husband is not at home. He has gone on a long journey. He took a bag of money with him. At full moon, he will come home." With much seductive speech, she persuades him. With her smooth talk, she compels him. And all at once he followed her, as an ox goes to the slaughter, and as a stag is caught fast, to arrows pierce its liver, as a bird rushes into a snare, and does not know that it will cost him his life. So again, he's warning against the temptress. Verse 24. And now, O son, listen to me. Be attentive to my words of my mouth. Let not your heart turn aside to her ways, and do not stray into her path. For many a victim she has laid low, and all her slain are a mighty throng. Her house is the way of Sheol. Now, Sheol's the grave, going down to the chambers of death. So, despite all of this strong warning, how many times men fall into the same simple trap? Because they make, again, foolish decisions to go there. Verse 8, it does not wisdom call? Does not understanding raise her voice? On the heights beside the way, at the crossroads she takes her stand, besides the gates in front of the town, at the entrance of the portico, she cries aloud to you, O men, I call, and my cry is to the children of man. O simple ones, learn prudence. O fools, learn sense. In other words, the language here is that wisdom. Now he's back on the subject of wisdom. Okay, wisdom. Okay, the subject is how valuable wisdom is. Okay, and remember in the first chapter he says that. What am I looking at here? Verse 5. O simple ones, learn prudence. Okay, having again a clear-cut, wise outlook. Having, in a sense, you could say, awareness. Learn prudence, right? Watch this. O fool, learn sense. Prudence keeps you aware of your ways. So prudence is sort of an ingredient of wisdom. Verse 6, herefore I will speak noble things, and from my lips will come what is right. For my mouth will utter truth. Wickedness is an abomination to my lips. Now remember this word abomination, but it means abhorrent, vile. That's basically it. You can say it's a dislike, but it is a much, much, much stronger word than dislike. Vileness. Verse 8, all the words of my mouth are righteous. There is nothing twisted or crooked in them. Now he's talking about wisdom. So from wisdom, he's describing wisdom in that if you have wisdom, this is what your character would be. This is what your manner would be. Verse 9, they are all straight to him who understands, and right to those who find knowledge. Take my instruction instead of silver, and knowledge rather than choice gold, for wisdom is better than jewels, and all that you may desire cannot compare with her. Now watch this. I, wisdom, dwell with prudence, and find knowledge and discretion. So again, all of these words that he used, prudence, which is the kind of regard of issues, practical matter. Discretion, sort of the kind of manner of behavior, the kind of manner, it's kind of like saying having a kind of discreetness about yourself. So he says, but I wisdom dwell with prudence, and I find knowledge and discretion. The fear of the Lord is the hatred of evil, pride and arrogance, and the way of evil. And perverse speech I hate. I have counsel and sound wisdom. I have insight. I have strength. By me kings reign. Now again, he's talking about wisdom. You have wisdom, you have prudence, and discretion, these kind of qualities that enable you to navigate in life with the best way, insight, knowledge, okay? Verse 14 again, I have counsel and sound wisdom, I have insight, I have strength. By me kings reign and rulers decree what is just. By me princes rule and nobles all who govern justly. I love those who love me, and those that seek me diligently find me. Riches and honor are with me, in doing wealth and righteousness. My fruit is better than gold, even fine gold, and my yield than choice silver. I walk in the way of righteousness and in the paths of justice, granting an inheritance to those who love me and filling their treasures. Now, this is what wisdom will do. This is what wisdom will do, okay? Now, watch this. The Lord possessed me at the beginning of his work, the first of his acts of old. Ages ago, I was set up. Now, what is he talking about? Wisdom. God is the God of wisdom, the epitome of wisdom. In other words, so wisdom, to be godly is to be wise. To be godly is to seek wisdom. Verse 23, ages ago, I was set up at the first before the beginning of the earth. When there was no depth, I was brought forth. When there was no spring abounding with water, before the mountains had been shaped, before the hills, I was brought forth. Before he made the earth with its fields, or the first of the dust of the world, when he established the heavens, I was there. And when he drew a circle on the face of the deep, when he made and when he made firm the skies above, when he established the fountains of the deep, when he assigned to the seas its limit, so that the waters might not transgress his commands, when he marked out the foundation of the earth, then I was beside him like a master workman, and I was daily his delight, rejoicing before him always, rejoicing in his inhabited world and delighting in the children of man. Now, this is a very amazing revelation for us, if you think about this, that God in wisdom created everything. And you think about this in his wisdom, which is unsearchable. But because there's just so much we could go on about the creation. And again, a fool would only despise that. There are a lot of fools. There are a lot of educated fools. The fact that you can sit up and say that this all came because of a Big Bang, that's fool. That's a fool. That God in his wisdom put all of the earmarks of his wisdom in creation. So that you can have to ask, well, why is this, right? Why would a Big Bang create my body, the circular system, regulatory system, the everything about my life? Why would he create that? I mean, we can just go on and on and on about God's wisdom. And now, sons, listen to me. Blessed are those who keep my ways. Hear my instruction to be wise, and do not neglect it. Blessed is the one who listens to me, watching daily at my gates, waiting beside my doors. For whoever finds me finds life and obtains favor from the Lord. But he who fails to find me injures himself. All who hate me love death. And I think, again, we can all say how foolish we have been and the pain and hurt that foolishness brought in our lives. But think about when you are wise, when you make wise decisions. You kind of be like God. You be like, yeah, that was great. When wisdom guides you, when wisdom prevails in your life, you do rejoice. Chapter 9 says, wisdom has built her house. She has hewed her 7 pillars. She has slaughtered her beasts. She has mixed her wine. She has also set her table. She has sent out her young women to call from the highest places in town. Whoever is simple, let him turn here. In other words, God through wisdom, right? Wisdom. I'm calling for you, simple people. I want to give to you. In other words, there's no reason to be foolish. There's no reason to be stupid. Verse 4 again, whoever is simple, let him turn here. To him who lacks sense, she says, come, eat at my table, and drink of the wine I have mixed. Leave your simple ways, and live, and walk in the way of insight. I just wish I had done this earlier. I just wished I had done this earlier. Verse 7, whoever corrects a scoffer gets himself abused, and whoever reproves a wicked man incurs injury. Why? Because they turn around. Jesus said it this way, don't cast your pearls before swine, because they'll turn and attack you. Verse 8, do not reprove a scoffer, or he will hate you. Reprove a wise man, he will love you. Give instruction to a wise man, he will be still wiser. Teach a righteous man, and he will increase in learning. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the Holy One is insight. For by me your days will be multiplied, and your years will be added to your life. If you are wise for yourself. If you scoff, you alone will bear it. So again, wisdom will be it is a source of multiplying your life. There's so many applications, however, we can talk about this. I mean, we can add. And verse 13, the woman folly is loud. She is seductive and knows nothing. She sits at the door of her house. She takes a seat on the highest place of the town, calling to those who pass by. Who is going straight on their way? Whoever is simple, let him turn here. And let him who lacks sense, she says, stolen water is sweet, and bread is eaten in secret, and bread eaten in secret is pleasant. But he who does not know, he does not know that the dead are there, and her guests are the depths of Sheol. I can't help but keep in mind, some of these zombie movies. But anyway, again, the value of having wisdom, the value of having God's wisdom. As I said, we all could say how we wished we could have had this wisdom in our early years. Think about the mistakes we've made, and all of them because of our own foolishness. But now you think about this. He says that God is not holding back wisdom. Notice he says, those who seek wisdom, those who call out for wisdom. Notice this, it's okay to be stupid. It's okay to lack sense. That's why wisdom is saying, call out to her. Because when you leave from wisdom's presence, filled with wisdom, you no longer lack sense. And as I said, when you order your steps by walking in wisdom, life will be sweet to you. When you make wise decisions, you better sit back and go, yeah, that was wise. All right, guys, don't forget to like and share this video and subscribe to BP, the Bible Perspective. And as always, if you have a thought or comment, add it to the comment section below. All comments are welcome. And until next time, I'll see you in the next study.